everyone. My name is Stephen Lewis, and I'm the Vice President of the West Garfield Park Youth Council. Um, and we believe that we are the solution to the violence in our community. The West the what West Garfield Park Youth Council is sponsored by Fathers Who Care. Fathers Who Care is a non-profit organization located on the west side of Chicago within the West Garfield Park community. Again, everyone, my name is Stephen Lewis, and I am the Vice President of the West Garfield Park Youth Council. The West Garfield Park Youth Council is made up of 30 youth from our community whose focus and concern is youth leadership and voice within the community and addressing the issues of violence prevention. We invite people from all over, especially youth, to come in and see what we are all about. Our show will be scheduled every Friday at 7 o'clock p.m. Again, that is every Friday at 7 o'clock p.m. We would like to encourage calls from people watching to leave their questions and comments at 312-738-1060. Again, that is 312-738-1060. Our show can also be viewed online at www.cantv.org/live. Again, the website is www.cantv.org/live. Well, everyone, I know you noticed this young woman sitting beside me. Instead of me introducing her, I will let her introduce herself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Vernisha Jones, and I am the president of the West Garfield Park Youth Council, and I'm a youth in the community trying to make a change.
Thank you, Venetia, for being a guest on tonight's show. Again, my name is Stephen Lewis, and I am the Vice President of the West Garfield Park Youth Council. You are watching a live interactive call-in television program brought to you by CanTV. During the next 25 minutes, we are going to discuss the topic of senseless violence in our community. I invite our viewers watching to call in with their questions and comments at 312-738-1060. Again, that is 312-738-1060. Our phone lines are now open. So today's topic is senseless violence, and I have a question for the callers. Do you feel safe in your community? Okay, Venetia. Okay, Venetia. I have a few questions for you. What does senseless violence mean?
Well, to me, senseless violence is basically violence that happened that's unexpected. Like, if a person is at the wrong place at the wrong time and they get killed, or a person at the wrong place at the wrong time and they get robbed or something like that. I find that to be senseless violence when there are people, they don't have nothing to do with what's going on, and they take the actions or take the responsibility that somebody else was supposed to take because they, like I said, at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Okay, I agree. What do you think causes senseless violence?
What do I think causes senseless violence? I honestly feel drugs. I feel alcohol. So therefore, people being under the influence causes senseless violence. I feel peer pressure causes senseless violence. I feel people just want to be known. People just it's like, I feel peer pressure. I feel being under the influence. I feel that, like, what causes senseless violence? That's my main things: being under the influence and like peer pressure, having like trying to do something to show off.
I agree. And there's another thing that causes it: video games and different types of television shows that young children are watching, such as Family Guy and other type of.
So what type of video, like? But I never heard of that one. So what type of video games, like? Because I'm not a video game type person, so I don't know too much about video games. So what type of video games are out that causes kids to like want to commit senseless violence and stuff like that?
I would say the type of video games that will cause it is probably Grand Theft Auto and the other.
Yeah, my little brother played that. I don't heard about
games.
that. Okay. That's good. And when you go into the detail about since with the being under the influence, I could give a couple of examples, such as like the like the Snapchat they have now, the lean and all that type of stuff. That causes a major role. Do you want to take the caller?
Yes, we could take the first caller.
Good evening.
Hello.
What is happening in the city of Chicago? It's been going on for ages. There's people that are making money off of other people's misery. If you want to know who the families are, it's about 5 families in the city of Chicago. Just go to the cemeteries. When you see those big sections of the cemetery that have Armor Hammer and Swiss and all that, and they are, every time someone gets murdered in the city of Chicago, guess what? That's at least $5 million. Somebody's making money off it. Every time someone gets shot, guess what? And they wind up being disabled. That's at least $250,000 in terms of goods and services that have to be provided for them. Every time someone gets addicted to drugs, guess what? There's some foundation, some organization making money off of that. So it's all about money. They don't want to educate, especially the young black children in the city of Chicago, because they want to have them going to prison. And that's why it's happening all the time. Matter of fact, they want blacks to move out of the city of Chicago. You look at different sections of Chicago, blacks are moving out, moving toward the suburbs, and the whites are moving back in. It's all about money. It's all about land.
True.
Okay, sir.
That's very true.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you for calling.
Okay, Venetia, I have another question for you. Have you ever experienced senseless violence or know anyone that has experienced senseless violence?
Personally, no, I never experienced senseless violence. But yes, I know a lot of people. Growing up on the west side of Chicago, I have seen people get killed on my corner, like literally standing, like sitting, laying on the ground on my corner, like with blood and everything. So it's like, yeah, I have seen it, and I have, like, it's become traumatizing. Such like my daddy would say, honestly, it comes traumatizing. It's like something that in my head it feels like is normal. Like the fact that you able to, that's all you see. That's all when you look on the news, when you look on Facebook, when you look on all these social medias, all you see is, oh, another black child dropped dead. Another black child has been shot. Another person in Chicago has did this, has did that, has, like, it becomes normal, especially when you done seen it with your own eyes. You done seen somebody laying on the ground, shot up with your own eyes. Like it seems like it's something that's supposed to happen because it happens so much. So, what about you?
No, I haven't seen or know that anyone that has been, except for your little brother, that when he got his phone took, that day we was just coming from the basketball court.
Yeah, senseless. That's another situation. Senseless violence. My little brother was coming from playing ball, and somebody took his phone. Like, it's like stupid stuff, and it happened to the innocent ones. Like, just crazy stuff, and just like they was just talking about the beach. A hot day just went past, and all the kids went to the beach or whatever. It was a lot of North Avenue Beach was packed with just all young people. And all you see on Facebook and on the news, all these young people, all they doing at the beach is fighting, taking people's phones, and like ganging up and beating up people. Like, that's all you see. And I feel like it's just crazy because that make people feel like they can't go nowhere without being bullied, basically, because that's bullying. If
I
it's
agree.
like they feel like they can't go nowhere without being bullying or somebody, you feel me, attacking them, and that's not how it's supposed to be at all. And like
They don't have no sense of what if they never went through it, they shouldn't be doing the same to other people.
yeah, I honestly feel the same way, and I find this to be so crazy. That's why I really don't do too much of what's trending and what's everybody going through, because it makes all of us look bad. It makes all black kids look bad, because it make people think that every time they see a group of black kids, the same thing's gonna happen. So, that's how I feel about senseless violence.
Okay, I have another question. What should community residents do to help prevent senseless violence in our community?
Community residents, what should they do? I feel like they should go back to old times. where the neighbor is your mother, that neighbor is your mother, the neighbor on the next block is your mother, and like I think they should go back to where everybody in the community is related. You see this child doing something, you do something about it, or you take this child to their parent, or you like not even like you feel me acting like you a child parent. You like how you go out if you go say for instance you go out of town and you tell your neighbor, can y'all watch my house while I'm gone? It's like simple stuff like that matters. Like and just like being able to have people in the neighborhood that you can trust and you don't have to feel like, okay, if I go away, something gonna happen to my kids, or if I do this, if I do that, I have to worry about this happening in my community and that happening in my community. So I feel like if it go back to them times where everybody has each other back, it will be way better. If it go back to them times where gangbangers know not to do stuff in front of kids or do stuff near parks or do stuff when they see kids out, the world would be way better. If it goes back to like if you see like I said, if you see a child doing something,
Okay, hold on. We'd like to
You do
take the next
something.
caller.
hello?
Hello?
Hello, caller.
Hello?
Yes.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I work for the Chicago Board of Education, and I just wanted to call and say as a CPS employee, I am not happy nor do I feel comfortable with the violence that's happening around our schools. And I just want to get a little feedback from you all as to how you feel about what's going on around our schools. Okay?
Yes. So she's talking about the violence and stuff going around in the schools. Personally, I feel like schools was supposed to be the safest place you can go. Even if you wasn't safe at home, you were supposed to be safe when you going to school. So I feel like the stuff that's going on around schools is ridiculous because it makes you feel me. It makes kids feel like that's not a safe place to go. Why would I go there if I'm risking my life trying to get there, being inside of there, or anything like that? And I'm sure the person that just called was probably talking about the situation that just happened where a CPS school board member, I think he worked in a lunchroom, just got killed in front of a school. So I feel like it's just like it's too much going on that people feel like they're not safe anywhere they go. You're not safe in school. You're not safe in church. You're not safe. You're not safe anywhere. All the different places you're supposed to be safe is not safe anymore. So I feel like it's crazy and it's going way too far. Do you want to answer or do you want to take the next
We
caller?
could take the next caller.
Can we take the next caller?
Yes.
Hello.
Good evening. I am certainly enjoying you all with your conversation because
Thank
this
you.
is the same thing that I have been addressing with my age group.
Mhm.
We got the greatest young people, the greatest family. It disturbs me, and I know people have a right to disagree and agree.
Sure.
But my thing is, all of this thing about the negativity, about the students, the police department, the fire department, do people realize without these services, we wouldn't have anything? And we need to, before we start blaming different organization and group, we need to take a good look at ourselves, because if we did not have the teachers, the members of your organization that's doing an excellent job,
Thank you.
where would we be? But nobody is talking about what you all are talking about. They don't show this. And I don't trust all these people that want to protest and things like this. I just don't feel it. Because if all their protesting was doing as well as they thought they would, why are you having all these killings?
True.
And it's disturbing for me. And I'm trying to do something about it and continue on with your good work that you all are doing. Thank you much.
No
You're
problem.
Thank you.
Basically what she's saying is that she agree with what we're doing. She agree with what she was basically saying is she don't like what's
the
going
way-
on.
Yeah.
She don't like how things are being treated. She don't like how people are saying the police are not doing nothing. She don't like that type of stuff, and I feel the same way. Like I feel like everybody always say they hate polices and they hate, but like why are you blaming the polices? Why are you not blaming the people that's actually doing the crime, doing the different stuff? Polices don't well, most police, because I know a lot of police that are very cool. Most police, they don't just do stuff for no reason. So it's a lot of stuff going on. I feel like people should not judge police officers or judge residents or judge like city officials and stuff like that. Don't like it starts within you. I don't feel like people. I think people should stop with all the judging and pointing fingers on what a person's supposed to do and all this type of stuff. I feel like it starts on you, and if you don't try to do something, won't nothing happen at all. We can take the next caller.
I have a question for you.
To me?
City College of Chicago did a study a while ago, and they showed over a 10-year period where blacks and brown was locked out of the trades, where we talking about over $1 billion in salaries would have went to minorities, and they was locked out due to racism. And when you look at certain other things, due to the racist way in Chicago, and I made this statement once before, we look at businesses, once you get past like 26th Street, and when you look downtown the Loop, there's not one black restaurant. When you look at Navy Pier, it's the largest tourist attraction in the whole state. Not one really black business out there in Navy Pier. And when you look at those sort of things, I just want to ask you, how much of an effect do you think they have in the black and brown community since they are locked out and we feeling that effect in the neighborhood due to racism?
Do you want to answer or you want me to answer?
Hello?
Yes,
Yeah.
we heard you.
We heard you. So
I'm going to hang up and hear your response.
Okay. So he basically asking, with seeing how many like stores and stuff down like by Navy Pier and stuff like that is not black owned. How do it make you feel? How is it affecting us as young people? You want me to answer it for you?
yeah, you go for it.
I honestly, I feel like it's like I said before, it's like something that most young people feel is normal. They see that in our neighborhood, all we see is Hispanics on the stores, only Hispanics working in the stores, only Chinese people working in the stores. So when you look at it, you be like, okay, that's how it's supposed to be. That's people that own Chinese restaurants, it only supposed to be Chinese people. If it's a beauty supply, it only supposed to be Chinese people. Like, that's how people growing up think. When all you see is, that's all you see. Like, and I feel like that's how most people feel, but in my opinion, I feel it's wrong. I feel like it's something need to be done, but I feel like at the same time, if us as young people don't come together and try to do something, it's not gonna get done.
It's not gonna, yeah.
Cause us keep complaining about what we don't have and what's not behind us and who not hiring us and all this type of stuff. It's not doing nothing because we're not doing nothing. We can't expect like elected officials and stuff to do stuff if we're not even stepping up to the plate to try to make a difference for ourselves.
Showing them what we can do for young people, as young people. Like, basically, like if we step up and show them what we could do, all the violence, all the other stuff would stop.
Yeah, it'll be a total difference. And if most kids just stepped up to let people know how they feel, what they need to be done, what they want to be done, and what's the steps on what needs to happen. Because at the end of the day, we know what's going on. We know how to stop it. We know, you feel me, what the world is coming to. We know. So I feel like if just young people just get together and stop blaming everybody else, it would be totally different. So we could probably go back to the questions.
Yeah.
You could get a audience the question again.
Do you feel safe in your community? That is our question for our callers today.
So you can call in and give us your feedback on if you feel safe in the community, why you don't feel safe, why do you feel safe, what are things that we can do to feel safe. So that's our call. You can call at 312-738-1060 and give us your answer on that question of the day.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Where can you go to learn more about sexual violence and get help?
You can go to, turn it overhead on. You can go to the West Garfield Park Youth Council, and that's where we are a part of every Monday from 4:30 to 6:30 at 4540 West Washington. The number is 773-287-5821. Again, the number is 773-287-5821. where we have different events where we talk about different stuff, and we just basically like everything that you see us talking about on the shows, we discuss it in our group. Everything you see us saying we want to help do and what we want the community to do and what we want to see done, we does it in our group. So you can come down and see what we're all about. We can take the next caller. Hello?
Hello?
I'm calling in here. Hello?
Yes.
Well, I'm calling in saying that you got some young people want to work, and they won't let these young people work because they seem like they want the only thing they want to do is game banging and all this stuff. So if you find them something to do, it wouldn't be all this game banging and stuff.
I agree.
You're right. He basically saying that
If you find something for
young people to do, it won't be so much game banging, and they won't allow most people that they think are game bangers and stuff like that work. That's the honest truth. But the thing about it, the funny thing about it, people don't know what's going on. People don't try to get involved in what's going on. If you go to these different organizations and programs, they are trying to get jobs for young people. They are trying to get jobs for ex-convicts. Well, they are doing it. It's just people don't know about it because you don't explore. You don't find out what's going on. You ain't going to find out what's going on in the community if all you're doing is sitting on the corner. It's just not going to happen. Ain't nobody going to walk here and say, oh, well, you have to go and look for that type of stuff. So I feel like that is true. It'll be less gun violence. It'll be less gang banging if they just give some young people jobs. But at the same time, we got to push the step forward and go find them jobs also.
True.
Thanks for the call.
One last question. So who are you and what do you personally feel about the violence in your community?
Again, we are the West Garfield Park Youth Council, and we meet every Monday from 4:30 to 6:30, 4540 West Washington, 773-287-5821. She said go to 29. And so you said the question was, who am I, and how do I feel about the violence in the community? Well, once again, my name is Bernicia Johnson, and I'm the president of the West Garfield Park Youth Council, which meets every Monday. And I'm a youth in the community that's going through the same, I'm no better, I'm going through the same stuff everybody else in the community, all young people going through. I live in the same community everybody else in the youth live in. Like, I'm no different. I'm just, you feel me, I'm a youth trying to make a change. I'm a youth making the change. I'm a youth doing stuff that an average young person would do. Like, I feel like, and what do I feel about the violence in the community? I feel traumatized. Like, I feel like I said before, I feel it's normal. I feel it's I'm not saying it's supposed to happen, but I feel it's something that's all we see. Every time you look on the news, every time you look on Facebook, another person is dead, another person is killed, is normal. Like, that's how I feel about the violence in the community. It's normal. If I see a person fight, what do you want me to do? Call the police? It's okay. But then I guess I'm gonna see another person fight the next day.
True.
So it's like it's something that's commonly used and commonly happening. So it's feel like it's so normal. And we can take the next caller.
I'm going to get a solution, make part of the solution to the problem. As high school students are graduating from high school, it would be nice if they had a diploma in one hand and a voter registration in the other hand as well. If the students in the different high schools start moving towards doing that. Take care.
So he basically saying it'd be nice to see people graduating with a voters being able to vote. That's true, but at the same time, how many of them kids gonna go out and vote once you get them that voters registration card? Because I know a lot of people that's like around my age range. They got it and they got the ability to even get it and they don't even vote. It's too early to go. It's not in my area. I don't want to get on a bus to go vote. Like, everybody got excuses, so that's true. But then at the same time, like, I feel like they need to make it more available. Make it different. Make it. If you have to put one on every other block, it needs to happen because everybody got all different excuses. So What's your opinion about that?
Um, so basically, my opinion is that if more people just come out and see what we're about, we could.
It it's a life changing experience for real.
It helps. Like I've been at this organization for 5 years. We've been in Springfield. We did all type of stuff to get us off the streets. So if y'all come to our organization, it will keep y'all off the streets and keep y'all safe after when y'all get out of school. So just come every Monday at 4:30 to 6 at 4540 West Washington.
And you could call us at 773-287-5821 to find out any information about what's going on. Show them the photos so they can see it.
Oh, speaking of the West Garfield Park Youth Council, we meet every Monday at 4540 West Washington from 4:30 to 6:30. We would like to encourage calls from people watching to leave questions and comments at 312-738-1060. Again, that if you are just tuning in, our guest tonight on the show is Renisha Jones, the president of the West Garfield Park Youth Council, and we are discussing senseless violence in our neighborhood. We would like to thank
Everyone for calling.
We would like to thank our viewers for watching and calling in. For additional information about our youth council, please contact us at 773-287-5821. Again, that is 773-287-5821. Thank you, and tune in next week, same time, same station, where we'll be discussing youth involvement.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning into our show tonight, and we would like to see everyone or hear from everyone next week at Friday at 7 p.m. Once again, we will be talking about youth involvement in the community, where we'll be talking about the different stuff that's coming up for youth to do in the community. And thank you for calling.